Hey everyone, it's Katie Phoenix here with my sister Carrie.
Hello.
And we are coming to you with a slightly different video than normal. We are going to do a 10 question FAQ tag type of Disney cruise video. Stay tuned to the end of this video. We'll be talking about our theories for the new ship that was announced, the Disney Believe, and what we think will be involved in the theming as far as like the Atrium, maybe the special show, the restaurants, bars, things like that. So stay tuned to see our opinions on those. And other announcements, with us having completed the Disney Treasure, that is now our 10th cruise, and we are now platinum. So when we get on the Destiny, that'll be our first platinum cruise.
And our first Palo brunch.
Yes, our first Palo brunch, which I did get. So yay, but I'm excited for that one. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on our favorites. And if you like the questions that we did, I'll put them in the description and maybe make your own video if you've been on the cruises. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, and I have a little list here. So to start, like I said, we've done 10 cruises. We have done the Fantasy 3 times. We've done the Magic twice. Mm-hmm. We did the Dream once, the Wonder once. We've done the Wish twice, and we've done the Treasure once. Okay, we have done 3 Halloween cruises or 2? Three Halloween cruises. 3 Halloween cruises. We did 2 on the Magic, both times on the Magic were Halloween, and 1 on the Fantasy. And we've done 3 Christmas cruises. So the Fantasy, the Treasure, and then the Wish. And then we did 1 Alaskan cruise. We've done a Mediterranean cruise. And we've done many Caribbean and Bahamian cruises. And we did 1 Canadian cruise as well. So we've got a decent amount of mix. Yes, out of New York. We're hoping they'll add that in here eventually. Fingers crossed, Disney. Go back to New York. Come on. But yes, so we've got a decent, amount of different types of cruises we've done.
So
yeah. All right. So because of that, we're going to go ahead and start with number 1, which is our favorite itinerary. So let's say on the count of 3, which ship had the favorite itinerary and then what location we went to. We're going to see, are we on the same wavelength with this? 3, 2, 1. The Wonder, Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska was really nice.
But yeah, if you have a chance to go to Alaska, we highly recommend it. And if you look right now, a lot of them are on sale. And because the Wonder and the Magic are going, there's several sales with the Magic, and there's a couple, I think, with the Wonder as well. So if you haven't done Alaska yet, or you did do it and you're thinking about doing it again, I highly recommend checking out those sales. What was our favorite thing about, the Alaskan cruises too? We did the excursion where you go out and look at like the icebergs and everything.
On the glacier day.
Yeah, on the glacier day. We didn't actually need to do it though, because our ship had gotten so close. It was beautiful.
If we do one again, we would stay on the ship, which I mean, there's no guarantee.
No, it's no guarantee.
That it would
This
be
is the
able
first
to
time
go
in like
this
8
far.
years that had happened, right? Seasons, they said.
But since we already did the excursion, I think we'd stay on the ship. But like the outfits they wear, the characters wear.
Yeah, the glacier day is so
they're
cute.
fun.
Yeah.
And like just the scenery is gorgeous.
Yeah. And I'd love to do the lumberjack show.
Yeah, we didn't do it.
Yeah.
But next time we already have plans for.
Yes, we have plans for the hypothetical trip that we don't know when we're going to do.
Yeah.
But yes, so that was definitely a very, 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 very fun cruise. And honestly, somewhat relaxing despite there being a lot to do. So yeah. All right. So next question number 2. Favorite restaurant. Now this one I think is going to be different for us because there's multiple restaurants across all of them. But what would you say your favorite restaurant is, Carrie?
My favorite restaurant?
Yeah.
I like the ones that have the themed after the movies. So, but potentially Rapunzel, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I think Rapunzel.
Rapunzel? I mean, honestly, I probably would say Rapunzel too.
I thought we'd be different.
But at the same time, I also really like the Arendelle one. The Arendelle one was a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
Both of those we've done twice, so I've had a little bit more.
And the Coco one was super
The Coco one was fun, but
like they're all fun.
But we're biased for the Coco one because we were all the way back in the corner.
We did not have a great week.
No. And the one thing I'll say about Rapunzel is it's very dark in there. So if you are the kind of person that kind of struggles with lighting, that might not be your favorite. Versus Arendelle was a bit more bright.
Yeah.
And I think they all of those ones that have like the little kind of show involved in them are a lot of fun. I'll also give a shout out to the Magic and Wonder animators palette.
Yes, it's very pretty.
Very pretty, and I love that their show with Sorcerer Mickey, how he comes out. I personally, that's also, I think, one of my favorites too. And then not to mention, it's so fun on Pirate Night.
Yes.
Like, I get so tired of the menu. Don't get me wrong, we are so tired of
the Pirate Night menu necessarily.
No, I'm getting tired of the Pirate Night menu too.
But the menu she's talking about is the first night.
Yeah. Day one at Animators Palette. And we will normally get something else involved. Like, we normally get prime rib from another day. For instance, the prime rib in Rapunzel on that day. And we'll get, like, the appetizers, I'll keep it the same, but we'll get the prime rib, and then we'll have, like, the other German dish or something on Rapunzel's, because we do love our German food. But yeah, so that's the only thing. I don't necessarily like the food in Animators Palette, but I do love the Magic and Wonders, like how it looks, because it's something very classic about it. You know,
it's
not classy,
elegant.
but yeah,
Almost.
yeah. It's just classic.
Yeah.
Classic, yeah. So, next question. Question number 3. Favorite adult bar area. So not the bar yet, but just the bar area. I think, once again, we could say the same ship and the same name of the place. All right, 3, 2, 1. Fantasy Europa. Who would have thought? We love the fantasy and we love Europa. I think because it's Europe and you're going around it, and it was really fun to be on the Mediterranean cruise when you're in Europa.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Going to the tube for all the shows.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Next one is our favorite overall bar. Okay, so that's any of the ships, not the area, just the bar itself, bar/lounge. Haunted Mansion?
Probably Haunted Mansion, though I really did like Aristocats.
Aristocats is fun too. I mean, the Treasure had some really nice bars.
Even like the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
That was cool. That was very cool.
They were really well done bars.
Yeah. Only thing for Haunted Mansion is there's so much going on.
We were in there like an hour just looking around.
Yeah. Next one is our favorite adult pool area. All right. So I don't think we can name an exact ship that we prefer, but we can name the original 4.
Anything other than Wish Class.
Yeah, not the Wish Class. Wish Class, sorry, not sorry, y'all. Your pool area, your pool deck area sucks. Yeah. I think I would probably prefer the Magic and Wonders pool, just because it's also still separate. So it's still like you have to get to a little bit further, but it's like a separate area, completely adult area. And the pool is definitely bigger. All right. And I like how that one's set up. But the Fantasy and the Dream has an extra area being Satellite Falls. The problem for me is it's not very obvious that it's there, which is cool. But it's also, it took us multiple cruises to realize, oh wait, this is an adult area, because we were thinking that it was always a public, you know, everywhere, and it's like, oh wait, no, this is adult area too.
So we didn't actually use it until the Fantasy last year.
Yeah.
And that was like, what, the 4th time we've been on that type of shit.
Yeah, so eventually we'll get back on the Dream, and that's where we'll spend a lot of our time, I'm sure.
Or if we get back on the Fantasy, because we do love
we do love the Fantasy. All
Fantasy.
right, so next question. Favorite show? Okay. And this is like the ones in the theater. So we're not talking about deck parties or anything like that. This is our favorite show. I do love Seize the Adventure. It's short, sweet, it's cute, it's fun, stars goofy. And then I love the Golden Mickeys. I'm curious if they'll change it up since, you know, Bobby has officially retired. You know?
I think they already took that scene out.
They did?
I think they had like Captain Minnie in there or something.
Oh, we haven't seen it yet.
We haven't seen it in a while.
But yeah, so those are my 2 favorites, I think.
I like probably Beauty and the Beast the most. It's very well done, and we just saw it on the Treasure. So that's the one that's probably sticking out in my head the most. Though Moana was really cool too.
Yeah, Moana's cool. Yeah. Okay. Next one, our favorite Atrium.
Probably still the Fantasy, though. I mean, I like the Wish Class ones and how they're more like, I I don't know, immersive in the theme. But like
Yeah.
this last time, like we were a little afraid when we got back on the Fantasy it wouldn't be like quite so cool since we've been all the other ships. But we still like walked in and had that moment of, oh my gosh, this is so pretty.
And then I also really love the Wish as far as the Atrium goes. Like I said, it's got its flaws elsewhere, but its Atrium to me is gorgeous, beautiful. It gives that Disney magic. If Cinderella was like, okay, I have my Cinderella's castle at Disney World, you know what, I'm gonna make a ship, this is the Atrium for it, you know? That would be what it would look like. And I think that they did that perfectly. So I do love how the Wish looks as well.
I'm excited to see it for Halloween. Our next Wish one is a Halloween cruise.
Yeah.
So
I'm also excited to see the Destiny.
So,
what is our favorite adult activity on the ship?
I like the live music in the adult areas. That's my favorite.
Yeah. We actually had a fun experience. I had a little bit of it on the Magic where they actually performed live music up on the pool deck, and that was like a lot of fun. Adult pool deck.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
The first day, and we're just like in the pool listening, sitting there, relaxing, listening.
Yeah, enjoying our spookerita. Yeah, it's great.
This was a Halloween cruise.
Yeah.
It was the Magic.
For me though, also you probably can already tell because there's always at least one clip from each of the cruises is the silent DJ party. I love the silent DJ party. I think it's a lot of fun. It's silly, you know, because everybody's like singing, and we all sing off key. It's fun.
Our first Wish cruise was probably our best
2022.
silent DJ ever.
That was so fun.
It was really fun.
Yeah. All right. Next question is favorite deck party. It's question number 9. Tough one.
I mean, my favorite deck party was the one that they don't do anymore.
On the Fantasy, they did this really cool one. I think it was promoting the movie, but there was like the ghosts and everything would go through, and everyone had to sit down to watch it. You all had to sit down because the ghost would go through the people.
Yeah.
That one was really cool. Yeah.
But that was probably but they don't do that one anymore. I guess of the ones that they still do, I don't know, like the holiday ones are really fun.
Oh yeah. Probably. I do love the
Halloween one, I think.
Halloween is fun.
I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's fun.
There's a whole probably just Halloween and Christmas are really fun.
Yeah.
I think would be my favorites.
Yeah, I do think the holiday and the Christmas one are both really good. But yeah, I think the holiday parties, they definitely, those are a lot of fun. And then I love Max. So I think that the one they do on the Wish class ships where like Goofy's missing Max and then Max shows up, I always get a little teary-eyed because it's so cute. I love that one. I think that one's really, really cute. And then also, I honestly, even though it's not like completely a show, it's still fun because it's like the live music, is the Rockin' Parlay with the pirate stuff.
That's definitely a show.
Like, like I think that even because it's like still live music and they're performing and singing it, I'm like, I think that's fun. The only thing I would say is some of the songs that kind of end up being exactly the same, and I wish they would like rotate through more songs.
Yeah, that would if they made it, they should rotate or at least like have different ones on different ships, some different songs.
Yeah, that's my only thing I will say about it because it's kind of in the same. But I'm guessing they have to do the same ones. On to the last question. You might have already kind of gotten a hint from some of our comments previously, but what is your favorite ship, Carrie?
My
overall
favorite ship overall is the Fantasy.
Yeah, I probably would say that I agree. It's hard because, like I said, there's other areas that I like more other ships, but the Fantasy does have that nostalgia vibe, and I love Europa. The pool area is still a lot of fun. The adult area is still separate, and it's overall just a beautiful, beautiful ship. So that's it for the tag/Q&A. Like I said, I'll put in the description what the 10 questions are if you decide you want to do your own version. We're going to go ahead and talk about what we think is coming up for the Disney Believe.
And these are just our guesses.
What we think. We think. Theorizing.
We like to theorize about the new shows.
So for Disney Believe, and this is the first time that they're using a verb and not a noun. So we're
very thrown.
Disney Imagine, are you coming? Maybe?
Yeah, I mean, like,
come on. You can use Believe, you can use Imagine, and give us Figment. I want it. Okay, anyway. So this ship is supposed to have, this is why I have this little sheet, because it's helping me. So it's supposed to have like the Snow White Wishing Well themes from like Encanto, Under the Sea vibes, with Moana and Little Mermaid, and Frozen. So these are the things on there. And then not to mention They also included, even though they didn't say it for vibes, why did they include Nightmare Before Christmas in there?
In that video.
In that
they
video.
released.
All these other ones are in that video.
They are. And so was Nightmare Before Christmas, and so was Rapunzel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, theories. I forgot about Rapunzel.
Well, there was Toy Story and Star Wars too.
Monsters Inc. too.
Was there Monsters Inc. too?
Yeah, Monsters Inc.
So,
but I think that's like Pixar Place kind of stuff. I think that's what that is.
Or like the kids clubs. What my guess would be.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I
That's what I think. But yeah, who knows? But that's what I think. But so we have different ideas here. But I think that a Frozen Atrium is most likely, in my opinion, or a Moana Atrium, and have it have Under the Sea vibes, because Wonder already has Little Mermaid, so they're not going to do Little Mermaid again. But I could see them doing Moana, and it's Under the Sea, and then have a Little Mermaid up on deck 4, which is, you know, where like a lot of the customer service stuff is. I think, if I remember correctly, I could be confusing that. I think deck 5 is where the shops are, and deck 4 is the customer service.
I think so.
Yeah, but there's bars on deck 4 and deck 5. So I think the deck 4 bar could be Little Mermaid.
You mean the coffee shop?
The grotto. They could call it Ariel's grotto.
The coffee shop?
Coffee shop. Coffee shop. Sorry. Yes. So they could call it Ariel's grotto. Although Ariel's grotto would also be a good bar.
It would be a good bar.
And like I said, Ariel's grotto.
And that could be a good like.
And she had a trinket, and she has a piano.
That's what I'm saying.
And they could decorate with trinket. I just thought of this.
We were very annoyed. Not that I love the Aristocats bar, but we were very annoyed with Treasure that it didn't have Cave of Wonders be the piano bar.
Yeah.
But I'm like, because on the Wish they go.
Yeah.
Because like the Atrium is like Cinderella, and then it's Nightingales. So it's like, it needs to go.
Yeah. But so if they're trying to do Under the Sea vibes, like I said, like Moana, that way you're focused on Moana, you can have a Moana Maui, you know, or just Moana. Either one in the Atrium, and have like the Hawaiian kind of theme. That would be cool.
It would be cool.
And like I said, have Ariel's Grotto, or the coffee bar up on deck 4 could be the Little Mermaid, and that way it's more minimal. But I think it's more likely to be Frozen.
And then if it is Frozen, Moana could be the character restaurant, which would also be super cool.
Yes, we were saying Moana or Encanto.
Yeah.
But my only thing for Encanto is if they're truly trying to do different types of food, because we have African, we have something that's European, and you have something that's already like the tropical America. So doing Encanto, to me, would be too similar to the tropical Americas, right? So it would make more sense to do something that is, I mean, technically, I guess, Hawaii's tropical Americas, but that's a whole other, that's Pacific Island. That's Pacific Islanders.
It's like the Mexican food.
No, that is Pacific Islander. Yes. So I think that would be completely different, and that would be really cool to do a Moana Hawaiian themed one. And then having Encanto be the show,
which would be cool.
Really cool
show.
Like that, I think that would be a very, very fun kind of cool show that they could do with that. But
it's like, what about the wishing well? Because like, you know, one of our thoughts was maybe they do like an Atrium, like forest theme with this, but we know they're not going to do that probably.
Not anymore now because of the adventure.
The adventure has Snow White and her wishing well.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be that. So it's like, what could it be?
I think that Snow White would be really cool, where like Skipper Canteen or the Bayou is, because you walk by it and you could have like the forest you kind of look, because we've seen clearly with those two, they make it look foresty. So I think having a little wishing well, just like, because you don't need Snow White for that, but have a little wishing well either at the bar area over in the corner, and then have that whole theming. I think that would be really cool, and they could have like the coins and all that kind of stuff, and then they could have like a couple of little themings, because like they have like really cool interactive ones for the Sanctum on the Destiny, so they could do that with like the heart with the Evil Queen.
Yeah, the Evil Queen.
They could make like a little ties.
Well, and the adventure has like that neat Evil Queen drink,
it does,
which would be, I could see them reusing. Why not?
Yes, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Any other theories that I haven't named that you're thinking, Carrie?
Well, we didn't talk about Nightmare Before Christmas yet, which
didn't.
was not one of the ones that was specifically named in like the release
but it's
thing.
in the
video. So what were you thinking for Nightmare Before Christmas?
I've named all my theories. Like, what do you think? We're the same. Same thing.
So the Haunted Mansion bar, but make it Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
And then you could like even like they do in Disneyland, like you could change it because it's Night Before Christmas with the seasons
Yeah.
and the holidays. That
And
would
then
be cool.
the mirror, they could have like a snowstorm come through and like
Yeah.
have like the music and everything in there. And like the lighting would change, and they could have like the Halloween meets Christmas decorations in there. And they could, of course, at the holidays add a little extra oomph if they wanted to, but they don't have to because it's a world, right? So by going through that hallway, we're stepping into that world. Just like you step into the afterlife on the Haunted Mansion, or you step into Star Wars to Star Wars. So you're stepping into Halloween
it's a ship
Town.
on Star Wars. It's like you're stepping into a ship.
Yes, but my point being, you're stepping into it's like that. How they do that one is you're separated from everything else ship related. So it's like you're stepping into a different universe.
Mm-hmm.
So stepping into Halloween Town, our Christmas Town, the immersive kind of part would be really cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah. All right. Anything else that we think could happen with that ship?
I think that's all I thought of so
Yeah?
far.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, leave a comment if there's any other theories of things that you think that might be coming up for the believe,
which is what
so many
possibilities. Its theme is possibilities
Yes.
and something else.
Yes.
Which I don't remember.
Promises?
Not promises. It's possibilities and something.
I'll put it right here, right across my
Yes.
face, right in front of me. Yeah. All right. I think that's everything. Like I said, we have a couple more videos from the Treasure, and then we also have the Destiny coming up in May, and the Wish coming up in October, and we also have another annual trip coming up in August. Of course, the Disney World. Yeah. So look forward to all those videos. All right. Bye, guys.